So welcome back to the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium. We're here for the 27th staging of the World Badminton Championships. 4 courts in action here inside this magnificent stadium. 12 matches for you today on day 3 of competition. We have just seen a bit of an upset in the men's singles with Kidambi Srikanth being beaten by Zhao Junpeng. And we turn our attention now to men's doubles, and we've got the defending champions, the number 2 seeds, Hoki and Kobayashi, up against Delrue and Villeger. Well, this obviously is from the bottom quarter of the draw, because we've got the number 2 seeds, Hoki and Kobayashi, and the number 2 seeds are always at the bottom of the draw. So this is a match that so many of the fans will have come to see. Takuro Hoki and Yugo Kobayashi won the world title in Huelva, beating He Jiting and Tang Qiang in the final. But they've been in the final for the last 2 editions of the World Championships. And they made history in Spain last year by becoming the first men's doubles pair from Japan ever to win gold. So it was a 6th medal in total in the men's doubles discipline for Japanese pairs. Well, this will be a second meeting between these 2 pairs. The only previous meeting was in the first round of the French Super 750 last year. And Hoki and Kobayashi won in 2 straight games, as you can see. 43 minutes in Paris in the Stade Pierre de Coubertin.
Great.
And the toss of the coin, the first duty of our umpire. Now the Japanese pair have won the toss. Can't hear what's being said, so I don't know if they've chosen ends or whether they've chosen to serve or to receive. 3 choices available to the player or pair who wins the toss of the coin. So the French combination, I can tell you, a young, hugely talented pair. Fabien Delrue is 22 years of age from Sarcelles in the northern suburbs of Paris. He and his partner are 39 on the world rankings at the moment, have been as high as 33. 1 week at 33, that was in the middle of May earlier this year. William Villeger is 21 years of age, and they, as a combination, won the European Junior Championships in Estonia back in 2018. So, as far as they are concerned, well, they had Indian opposition in the first round, Garaga and Panjala. 2 straight games, but 2 good games. Well, it's surprisingly quick for that scoreline of 14 and 18, just 37 minutes. So to the defending champions and number 2 seeds, Takuro Hoki and Yugo Kobayashi. This is Hoki. He turned 27 10 days ago from Yamaguchi, and he and his partner currently playing off their career high of 2. It's their 14th consecutive week at number 2 on the world rankings. Yugo Kobayashi, the left-hander, turned 27 last month, and he's from Miyagi Prefecture on the east coast of Honshu. Capital of Miyagi is Sendai. Well, a 5th World Championship for this Japanese pair, but the final of the last 2 is really rather special. There is a couple of pairs who have been in 3 consecutive finals, but I'll tell you more about that in a minute. You can see that they had a bye in the first round because all disciplines other than the men's singles have not had a full 64 draw. just 48. So the seeds have enjoyed a bye in the first round. Umpire Chan from Singapore. And the service judge, CM from India. Well, just before the play gets underway, delighted to say that Greg Mayers has joined me from Badminton Insight. And of course, not only do run Badminton Insight and produce some wonderful coaching videos, which I can highly recommend. Sadly, earlier today, you lost in the mixed doubles, but we're delighted that you can be with us here for this men's doubles instead. It's always a joy to watch the Japanese pair.
Delrue and Villeger, France.
Well, we'll just wait for the introductions to finish.
And on my left, Hoki and Kobayashi, Japan.
So the left and right-handed combination, number 2 seeds, Hoki and Kobayashi. Greg, I was saying that they're always a nice pair to watch. And is that partly because of their left-right combination, or is it just their style of play?
Yes, I think so. I think they're so solid. You've got Hoki, who's favors going forwards towards the net, and you've got Kobayashi, who's got a great attack. And yeah, because they're left and right-handed, they can flow around each other, and it's good to watch. So hopefully this is going to be a very good game.
Yeah, I hope so, and it's going to be interesting to me, because I said on the introductions that I think that the young French combination, I mean, they showed their potential by winning the European Junior Championships, but Delrue and Villeger, I think, are an exciting pair. Maybe have suffered a little bit from the pandemic, because that's when they were trying to come through into senior badminton. They haven't had many opportunities, but I think they're one of the most talented pairs in Europe, up-and-coming men's doubles pairs.
Yeah, definitely. They're a great pair. They're both very physical, so they've got lots of attributes like their strength and attack. And just looking here, the start is very important of any match at any level. And it's not a great start for the French, so hopefully they can settle into it. I mean, there's nothing. It's an interesting match because there's nothing for them to lose. You know, they can go out and play free, and it's also the Japanese pair playing in their home, so they could maybe be a bit nervous, but it's not looking like that so far.
Well, that's an interesting point, because I thought at the Tokyo Olympics last year, I thought that the Japanese team underperformed. So I think there's even more pressure on all the Japanese medal hopefuls to produce something and sort of make amends here this year at the World Championships.
Definitely. I think they've shown that they are solid, like we were saying at the start so far. And giving the French nothing. So yeah, they've had a great start.
Yeah, well, they really came to the fore last autumn. In fact, they had 5 finals in their last 6 tournaments of the year. The Japanese combination winning 4 titles, already 2 titles this year, the Thailand Open and the Malaysian 750.
6.
Have you ever played against them?
I haven't actually, no.
No.
Again, it's so open this year, the men's doubles discipline, and these are definitely up there with some of the favourites, but it's going to be interesting to see who can win, because last year, obviously, they won the World Championships.
But, and there was a big but, none of the Indonesian players were there. And of course, Indonesia, at the time, had the number 1 and 2 ranked pairs in the world. They've got, goodness knows how many pairs in the top 20 at the moment. And Indonesia didn't go to the last World Championships before the government had problems with them going. So it wasn't that it was, you know, they all pulled out en masse on the government say-so. And that's to take nothing away from this Japanese pair, because they won fair and square. But some of the top pairs were missing. So I'm fully in agreement. It's really open this year. Going to be interesting.
Hoki, show it white.
Well, it's always a relief when you get the first point on the board, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure they wouldn't have liked it to be this long until they got it there.
That's fast onto that return of serve. Hoki.
Yeah, there's been lots of short rallies so far, and in the men's doubles discipline, when all players are so fast, you often don't see that many rallies going the distance. We'll have a long rally now, won't we?
No, not that long. But you're right, because it's the first 3 shots of the rally are so important, the serve return and the third shot in men's doubles, and it tends to set the tone of the whole rally.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you're playing top-level players like this, you can't give them anything because they're so sharp, and they will punish you straight away.
Like that.
Yeah.
Service over. 9-2.
How have the ends been playing so far on
Well,
this court?
yes. Now, you played, I'm not sure what court you played on, your 2 matches, but here there's a bit of a sideways drift, and as we're looking down now, it's from left to right. And the ends, the shuttle is flying faster towards the far end of the court.
Okay. So that's
But it's not too much.
Yeah, that's the same on court. I think the outside courts are a lot different. I played on 3 and 4, and they were both completely the opposite. So maybe the way that aircon is going in the arena that changes the flight path of the shuttle. And I can tell you, it's not easy.
No, I'm sure it's not. And that's very well played by Villeger.
Service over.
Yeah, that was a very good rally. I think the French are starting to settle a bit now. So,
what do you always do if you're a little bit nervous before a big match, or how do you settle your nerves?
a good warm-up definitely helps. For people out there wondering, there's a lot of science behind that as well.
Yeah.
Because when you're nervous, your body goes into a fight or flight response. And yeah, getting your pulse rate high definitely helps. And then in terms of when you're playing, it's difficult because if you try and just play safe and hit everything over and in, which I think the French were trying to do at the start, they didn't even get past the first few shots because the level was so high.
That's very, very interesting, because I felt in the last match that was on court number 1 with Kidambi Shrikant, he started very nervous, that's gone wide, and it was his touch shots. The touch shots go when you're nervous. I think it's easier for doubles players. We've got a challenge here. Many moons ago, when I used to play a little bit of badminton, you know, it was try and hit a really hard smash was a way of me getting rid of the nerves. But sometimes in doubles, you know, especially singles, you can't do that. There you are. I told you it was wide. So, lost the challenge there, the Japanese pair.
One challenge remaining.
This is a nice little run, giving themselves, the scoreline doesn't suggest so, but I think that they're playing themselves in the French combination. Yeah, well.
6.
And I think as well, I don't know what you think, Greg, but now I think the French pair are beginning to sort of hunt at the front of the court, and the fact that they're just positioning there are putting pressure on their opponents, even if the shuttle doesn't come to them at the net.
Yeah, definitely. They've got more confidence in them moving. You have to move. You know, in big arenas like this, you've got to be always moving. And we saw in the first few points, it looked like they were kind of maybe in awe of the situation and didn't know what to do. But now they're getting into it and they're playing their game that they do day in, day out.
Yeah, good defence. Brilliant. What a rally. That's a fabulous smash.
10.
Well, it's 5 straight points.
Yeah, as I said at the start, they're both strong lads. So they'll want to get the attack.
That's landed well in. You can see, Greg, you can see that looked as if it was going to perhaps go out. Obviously, Kobayashi thought it might be going out, but that came back in.
Definitely, they hit that really hard. If that happened from the other side, that would be going way out the back.
Yeah. Well, would you believe it?
What was it?
It was 2-10. This is 7 straight points. Well, this is why you never give up in a game.
Exactly. You've gone from the first set looking like it was the Japanese, the set, to now the game is in the balance, and this is what's great about sport and about badminton.
Oof, that came off the frame of the racket. Lucky one from Hoki, but they have the advantage, but just a 1-point advantage at the mid-game interval. Tan Kim Her, Japanese coach, former player himself.
I bet this coaching interval is very different to the one he initially planned at 10-2.
I'm sure. Now, I mean, in your coaching role, I mean, your primary sort of role is as a player, but I know you do coaching as well. So, I mean, you have to be adaptable as a coach, just as you do as a player then.
Yeah. I think the main thing would be to reassure the Japanese that, you know, it's not going to be easy. The French lads are now taking it to them, so they've got to up their speed again. They almost relaxed, did you think, when they got that lead?
I did think they relaxed a little bit, but I wonder whether perhaps they need to refocus on the tactics a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, he broke the strings of his racket with that final smash, Kobayashi.
That was a good rally, though, just to show to the French that, you know, they can play at that speed again, and it's not going to be easy. Maybe change the momentum a little bit.
Yeah, and I think the defensive shot there, the whip across court by the Japanese pair, probably helped change that momentum. Defense doesn't have to be a negative shot. You can turn defense into attack. That's unlucky from Delrue. Nice idea, and I think the sideways drift maybe took that out.
I think so as well, yes. It looked like it was going in. But I think lifting at any level of the game is so important. The defence, as you say, it's not always just a defensive shot. And in my match earlier, we didn't lift well enough, and then you're under so much pressure. The difference a good lift makes into your positioning on the next shot is so important.
That's absolutely fascinating, because doubles, I keep saying, is all about the attacking play and getting on the attack, but you can't attack the whole time, and therefore you must have a good defence to be able to turn your defensive play into attacking play when necessary. That was a good lift. Yeah, well worked.
12-13.
This is a good match, isn't it?
Yeah, I nearly started clapping then. So that was a good rally. They worked it really well.
Well, with the Japanese pair,
Service over.
I'm of the belief that they very much
14,
have their favoured
12.
formation, which is not the formation that they ended up in that last rally. I think they play better with Hoki going forward to the net, Kobayashi at the back. You said that at the start of the match. What about the French pair? Do they have a favoured formation, or are they good in either position?
I think they are very good in either position. I think if you were to choose, you would probably have Villeger at the back. But yeah, they both like to move around. It's not as obvious as the Japanese combination, where Hoki likes to go forwards, likes to create things.
Yeah.
He's really good at putting pressure on like that. He won't always try and hit a winning shot on the first shot, but he knows where the next one's going to come back, and then he'll be on it to pounce.
Yeah. And I think that's the whole point, that defences are so good nowadays. You can't really expect to play a winner either from the back or necessarily on the first intersection from the front of the court. Not unless your name's Kevin Sanjaya Sukamulio. Oh, string's gone, I think.
Service over.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
13,
That
16.
didn't sound right, did it?
No, a bit of a miss hit.
Oh, service fault called too high. Called on Delrue.
17, 13.
Now I like to see that with the player Delrue, eager to pick up the shuttle, get on with the next rally. There's too much of this, or your opponents hit it into the net, so they've got to walk to the net and hand it back. I like to see a player that's really eager to get on with it. Good rally. What a defence. Brilliant. Best rally of the match so far. Fabulous! I don't believe it! Wonderful, wonderful badminton.
That rally had everything.
It was fantastic. Look at that. He played that one off the floor. Longest rally of the match so far as well. Wow. Well, we were saying at the start of this opening game that the rallies were a little short, and my goodness, it's hotted up now, and we've seen some brilliant rallies.
Stay there, show him red to white. Show him red to white. Show the line just red to white. Line just.
It is very important to spend the time just mopping the sweat up off the floor, because there's a few dives in the rally, wasn't there?
Yeah.
They can be very slippy on this surface.
Yeah, the last thing we want is seeing any players injured.
Yeah. But yeah, the French have definitely got themselves into this game. They're moving forwards a lot quicker and really vying for that attack.
William. 18-14. Play.
18-14. Nice drop. Yeah, it's well worked, isn't it? Yeah, he really is a strong athlete. William Villeger.
18.
Look at that.
You go.
Well, he was called a fault, I think, the last time he served, or was it the last time? Certainly recently, Delrue. Now that's clever. That was a flatter smash from Hoki.
Service over. 19-15.
Threaded it down the line too. Villeger too committed to the backhand defence, couldn't adjust and play the forehand. Oh my goodness! What timing on that interception from Yugo Kobayashi.
20, game point, 15.
Excellent way to bring up game point opportunities. Good serve. Yeah, and I like that. That's a change of pace. It's not always power, is it? It's
20.
placement and angle that's so important.
It definitely is. As we saw that smash from Hoki before into the right hip of Villeger.
Yeah.
It's so important not just to hit with power.
Two game points have come and gone. With another 3 remain for Hoki and Kobayashi. Oh yes, third time of asking, and the opening game to the defending champions Takuro Hoki and Yugo Kobayashi, 21-17 in 21 minutes.
21-17.
Sometimes happy. Even have I to show you. You have you 준비 이렇게 앞. Second, I think here lost. First smash. Oh? Second cross. Voilà ce qu'a fait l'avant-dernier là. Touché assez fort, il soit tenté de le prendre, mais l'autre côté ça court. Comme tu l'as dit, il faut rester des
Well, that opening game turned into an absolute thriller. 21-17 to the defending champions, but the French combination of Delrue and Villeger had been 10-2 down and got back to 10-all and made a real fight of it. extraordinary opening game. Here we go, second game. That was a good serve and even better return. Now, right at the start, Greg, when I was introducing the Japanese pair, I said they'd been in 2 consecutive finals, but there's 2 pairs who have been in 3 consecutive men's doubles finals at the World Championships. Do you remember either of those?
The way you asked that question, do you remember either of those, insinuates that they're not playing anymore.
They're not playing anymore.
So that goes my initial guess of Asana Setawan, who I know have an incredible record at the World Championships.
Never lost in a World Championship as a pair. Yeah. I'll give you a clue. Both of the pairs who were in 3 consecutive finals were both Chinese. One pair probably long before you were born. But I'm showing my age here because I remember them.
Yes, I'm only 27, so not sure I know that one.
Well, I'll help you with that one. That was Li Yongbo and Tian Bingyi, who were in 3 finals, winning 2 of them, 1985 to 89. And the other pair, you will definitely remember because there was a lefty in there.
Yes.
And you being a lefty.
Haifeng, I imagine.
Yes.
With Zhang Nan?
And with
Kai, sorry.
With Kai Yun.
Yeah.
Chai Yun and Fu Haifeng. 4 times they were world champions, but 3 consecutive finals.
1-3.
That was a very nice picture of Mount Fuji, wasn't it? Mount Fuji is the highest point in Japan.
Yeah, we had a very good view of it on the plane coming.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, you lucky things. That's a very lucky shot from Villeger.
4-2.
A better start from the French this time.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Okay, so you were so good on my last quiz question. I'm going to give you another quiz question then. The last European pair in a final of the men's doubles. You've just seen one of them coaching.
Yeah, Bo Mogerson.
That's
I was
it.
say.
Yes. But you've got to go back 9 years. Guangzhou, when they lost to Asang and Setiawan.
Yep. I remember watching that.
Oh, that's a good interception.
It doesn't go out that end.
No.
I don't think we saw one in the first set go out of the back, facing towards us.
No, that's right. Just snatched at that a little bit.
Yeah, I think what you've seen coming out of the break, the French are really trying to get the attack early on in the rally. I think that's the only way they know that the only way they're going to win this match.
Yeah.
Is to get the attack. They can't just keep defending, and that's playing to their strengths because they've both got really good attack.
Good serve again. Yeah.
Again, they're rushing forwards, trying to play net shots, trying to play little pushes to get the Japanese to lift.
And I think they may have moved their base position further forward, both of them. What do you think?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
But you can only do that when you play good quality shots. You can't run forwards if you play a not very good shot. So what I like to see there is a quick turn from Delrue.
5.
It's easier said than done, though.
Yeah. And the number of times I've sat with either Steen or Morton and we've said they should be doing this or they should be doing that, and you know, in the heat of the contest, it's very much more difficult.
7, 5.
But I'd like to see players trying to do the right thing, even if it's a little loose, or, you know, as far as the French pair are concerned, they're in the development stage of their careers, aren't they? I mean, they're not expecting to win the World Championship, I wouldn't think, this year. So you've got to be looking at, are you playing the right way? Are you trying to do the right thing?
Yeah, definitely. They've got to do that, because that determines how high they will get in the world.
No, I like that.
Yep.
And that's what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Service over.
The cross block, just to take the pressure away from him.
8.
Yeah, watch this. Beautiful. Into the open space. And all of a sudden, then the French are on the attack. Oh, good serve. Oh, they're going to challenge that.
7, 0. Challenges.
Oh,
I
what
think
do you...
it was out. What do you think?
Out.
I think it was out. We're not going to have a cup of tea on that then.
It was one of those where you want it to be in so much, you almost believe it is in.
Yeah, as a player.
Yeah.
And that's why you challenge it. Yeah, it's clearly out.
Yeah. It's almost like, I don't believe I've hit that out.
Yes.
1 challenge remaining.
But as you said, they're still doing the right things here.
Service over. 9, 6. Play.
He didn't seem to really stretch out his racket arm to play that shot,
6.
Villeger. I'm not sure we'll see it again. It's almost as if he let that come to him.
Yeah. If I was the French coach, I'd be saying, keep going forwards, especially as it's slower, so the shuttles will hold up to them from this side. They have to be brave.
Well, to the mid-game interval with a 5-point advantage. Hoki and Kobayashi. And when you consider that they were 2-4 down, this is a very good turnaround of the second game.
They're very, very good, the Japanese, at not giving you any points, any free points. Then you can see Villeger and Delrue, they made quite a few unforced errors, but that's because they've been forced into that.
Yeah. This is a terrific angle. You talked about the angle of Kobayashi's smash right at the start of the match. So I'd love to know whether Baptiste 3M has actually told his players exactly what you've been suggesting, Greg, because I agree with you. I think they've got to keep their feet moving and keep moving forward.
11, 6. Play.
It's good to see them trying to do the right things, but it's just that difference in consistency at that high pace, which is why they're behind so far in this match.
Oh, my word. That's a terrific smash from Takura Hoki.
12, 6.
It was a great smash, but look where he was hitting that from. It wasn't right in the corner.
No, well spotted. His feet, as he landed, was on the double service line. Always an indication how deep the lift or the clear has been by where the player playing the overhead shot, where their feet are. Yeah, well spotted, Greg.
13-6.
There's Baptiste, former player. Yeah. Force the short lift by the neck cord return.
7-13.
I think they forgot momentarily that Kobayashi was a left-hander.
14-7.
Yeah, I'd like to see the stats for this match on unforced errors as well, because I don't think that the Japanese have made many.
No. It's always a little subjective, though, isn't it, about what's a forced error and what's an unforced error. But I agree. I mean, there's been very, very few cheap points.
Yeah, and that's where the game styles of these two are very different.
9-14.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Service over.
Great disguise on the drop shot.
15-9.
Wow. The verbal anger just releasing from Villeger. Now, the serving has been so good, though.
Yeah.
How do you attack that?
It's difficult, and that sense of frustration there from Villeger kind of tells us what's happening here.
Service over.
They are getting frustrated, and that does happen when you play against a pair that you don't get any mistakes. And I think the Japanese are really good at that, playing at such a high pace, because they do it day in, day out against such high-level opposition, whereas the French, they don't have that luxury. They don't have as many sparring partners.
Right.
So it's difficult for them to replicate that in a match.
Yeah.
You've seen that they can win points. They can play to a good level.
So it's just, you know, the repetition in practice. It's not a technique problem that they don't have the consistency on these fast, intense exchanges.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that was going wide.
All these lifts right to the back, right in the corner.
Oh. Brilliant. Brilliant. Wonderful change of pace.
18-10.
And the French almost look like they're getting to a point where they don't really know what to do.
I agree. I think they're running out of ideas.
Yeah. So it's looking like the Japanese are going to win this. And I have a question for you, actually, Jill. You were quizzing me a moment ago.
Yeah, go on then.
So here's a quiz question. The Japanese won the Malaysian Open. That was not the last tournament, but the one before that. Who did they beat in the last 16 match?
Crikey. Last 16 match?
Yes. It's a tough one.
That's a tough one. Was that you?
No, there's a reason I asked this question.
Yeah.
It's because that could possibly be their last 16 match here.
Ah. Against?
Vickery and Milana.
Right.
If they beat Adam Hall and Alex Dunn later this evening.
So the All England champions, Vickery and Milana. Right. No, I hadn't remembered that last 16 match.
So that's interesting because that's a repeat of the last 16, and in that tournament they went on to win it.
You're like me. I think you're like me. You like omens, don't you? You know, little patterns.
And it was, I can tell you, it was 21-19 in the third as well, so it was a very close match. And as I said, we're in for lots of great doubles matches in this World Championships in the men's doubles. I think you're right.
I think you're right. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, the drift isn't that much sideways. That's not going to come back in. And it's match point opportunities now for the defending champions, Hoki and Kobayashi.
They need a run like they did in the start of the first. Yeah.
Yeah. They were 8 points adrift to 10 down. Can they replicate that? I think that's a tall order.
William, stay on the court.
Well, it's been an entertaining match. I've thoroughly enjoyed this one. And I'm even more convinced now that Delrue and Villeger have huge potential. Match point opportunities. The first of 8 opportunities if needed. Good serve again. He's served really well this match.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, only needed the one. 21-12, the opening game, the second game to close out the match. 41 minutes in total. Well, the defending champions in their first match in defence of their title. Well, they maybe took their foot off the pedal a little bit in the opening game when leading 10-2, but I think we have to give huge credit to Delrue and Villeger for the way that they fought back and made it such a close opening game. When they're in full flow, the Japanese pair of Hoki and Kobayashi are an absolute joy to watch. So confirmation of that scoreline, 21-17, 21-12 in 41 minutes. So we don't yet know who they will play in the third round tomorrow, but as Greg was saying, possibly the All England champions, Vickery and Milana, the number 15 seeds, or Alex Dunn and Adam Hall from Scotland. Well, they take leave of centre stage, and I want to thank Greg very much for coming and joining me. I hope you'll come back again sometime, will you?
Yes, thank you very much. It's been an honour. I would love to.
Great. Well, we'll hold you to that. So, they go off for their media commitments, and we look forward to the next match, which will be mixed doubles. And it is the married couple of Terry He and Jessica Tan up against Kaneko and Matsutomo of Japan.